fun to play. The ninth tees, one of the things that is shown, and I probably should have addressed it with number 1, is if you look at the distance from number 1 to the out of bounds, the distance from then the center to this ninth tee to the 8th green, it's very, very tight kind of area in there. So just trying to get the first hole to and direct people to play away from the housing down into the fairway. So the bunkering setup should help that. But even the tee, to have where the existing tee is, to have some landscape in there so people do come left to the tee like they do now. And then with, of course, 8 green moving, that's a very nice, very nice effect. One of the things that really I think people will appreciate is the angle now playing up this way. Even though it seems like not much of a change from here to here, just that 10 meters makes a big difference in terms of you look up at the hole, you really feel like you're playing right up the throat of the fairway now. Of course, the bunker that's back in the trees that people have kind of forgotten about over the years, that bunker goes away. There's bunkers that are brought out to the right. So you can either play something up the left-hand side, short of this bunker, play, long right, the hole with up here to the wood, maybe drive. I mean, I can tell you one young man right over this bunker, right up into the throat of the green, who's now in college, but he comes back here. He's a member here, so he drivable hole for. Right now, from the patio, this green is blocked right by the railings and that. So you can see the front of the green now. So the back of this green is actually the front of the existing green. And then the green slightly moves left and back away from the patio. As this angle rotates this direction down the sheet, if you will, I guess counterclockwise, then the actual dog leg. You're losing signal?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Move in. Does a pillar help?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the pillar. Okay. Okay, so but the angle of the hole right now, you come from the tees in this position, and then the green turns up into here. So now this rotates a little more down the page, if you would, to the right, and then the green rotates left. So you play a very similar angle, very similar kind of a dog leg, very short. Again, same length as you have now. What this does is also get this area in the back of the bunker that we'll see is where, well, let's start with the tee, and then I'll show you as we get up to the green. So that this is taken to the right of where the new tee would be, but if you kind of move away from the existing tee, you get a little bit better feel for the angle, which is an improved angle up this right-hand side. And then this is the approach into the green. So this green would sit right out here a little bit, covering this bunker and a little bit left of where it sits now. One of the things we'd be able to do is get more space off this, what's right side of the green. Of course, this bunker, obviously not a Trent Jones bunker. I'm not sure exactly what happened here, somebody probably knows the history of this, but it looks like this green got raised on this corner. And then, of course, this is a very dramatic plunge down here. So gets us a little bit away from the building, gets us a better view from the terrace out to the green, and gets us away from where people are putting down here on the right-hand side and also off this path. So if we go back to these palms, and these palms would be picked up and moved over here to the right. And then this putting green that I referenced before, I should probably connect that back on this slide, is this was just something that kind of emerged as I started kind of moving, taking advantage of the land that we had here, moving this green back into a more comfortable kind of position. It was like, okay, we have this space here. I know, some decisions have been made to not really improve the practice facilities, but this putting green, very crowded, very shady, so not, something that you would show up and really say, wow, that's our A putting green. That's the best we have. course, we have another putting green up here on the top on the terrace, which is still kind of a fun little spot to go out there and hit putts. But the convenience of having something near the first tee, up here in a good location, kind of back in behind where this green, is at one level. This is 3 meters higher than that green. So it creates quite a bit of elevation difference. I mean, ideally, I would love to do like an Oakmont kind of, I don't know if you know Oakmont back in Pennsylvania, but they play a lot of U.S. Opens or major championships there. But they actually have the putting green and the ninth green actually all tied together into one green. And they do it without a bunker. They just do it with a big step into the green. And there's certain kind of an elegance of just having this lawn mode as a putting green and having it just roll down into the green that really creates a special effect in front of the clubhouse. In this case, what we're showing is a fairway kind of a connection or a tight mow back up into the corner of that putting green. So hopefully that kind of explains the rationale behind why to get you a much better position. Yep.